Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And this is our weekly grocery haul. And we went to Walmart this week. It's going to be kind of a small haul this week because we bought for 2 weeks last week. Mm-hmm. And so we just went back this week for some essentials like produce and stuff like that. But let's get to it.
Yeah, and also for some reason with our son's stuff, it's off. Like, we bought 2 weeks worth of stuff last week, but we didn't buy him 2 weeks worth of stuff. Because we bought 2 weeks worth of stuff the week before. So, for some reason, he's always off on the things. But anyway, our meal plan last week in our grocery haul was for 2 weeks. But you'll notice that I didn't count leftovers any night. And that is because one time I'll make it and I'll have leftovers. And the next time I make it, there's no leftovers. And I was counting on it. So basically we just don't count any leftovers. And if we have leftovers, then we just back everything up. And if you follow us on Instagram, you'll even see like, was it Sunday? No. Or maybe Sunday. Yeah, Sunday night we had basically what we called leftovers night. We didn't have any meal that was like enough for 3 people, but we had bits of leftovers that was enough for 3. So one of us ate Rotel chicken spaghetti and the other ones ate Mexican beef and rice skillet. So that way we still ate our leftovers. So that's another tip for you. If you have a leftover night, say pick your thing that you want and let everybody pick something and they get to eat that. But anyway, because of that, you'll actually see that we still have about, I don't know, 7 or 8 meals left for, no, that's not right, 10? About 10 meals left for the whole week. So we'll be going into the next week with it. So when we go back for our groceries next week, it'll probably be enough for about half the week. So next week will probably be a pretty small haul as well. Okay, let's talk about what we have, because that was a lot of rambling. Sweet potatoes, I get those for my kale salads. And zucchini, also for kale salads. And also I'm doing quinoa bowls right now, and I put the sweet potatoes and zucchini, carrots, stuff like that in there as well. Let's see, we have a dish coming up.
Cilantro lime chicken.
Cilantro lime chicken that we got 2 limes to put in the cilantro lime chicken, and we couldn't find cilantro, so Joel will probably step into Aldi one day or something and see if he can get some and bring home. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Aldi is like literally behind his restaurant, so it's easy for him to step in there and see if he can find it. So there's 2 limes. A garlic clove bulb. A garlic bulb. We just get one of those for various dishes. And my bananas. And these red potatoes, we're going to have, that's for the,
green bean.
Yeah, it's called sausage, green beans, and potatoes, or something like that. It doesn't have like a fancy name. It's a recipe I found online. It just is literally listed that way. But these are red potatoes are for that. And obviously the green beans as well. And I think mushrooms goes in that as well too. Mm. So Joel only needed 1 pack of pudding. Yep. He is starting to work a little less than he was. Things are starting to calm down at the new restaurant, so he's here more at nighttime, so he's getting in bed earlier, getting up earlier, and decided that he would start eating breakfast again. So we got, he wanted some butter bread this week, which is one of his favorite. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I decided I just wanted a little snack that was kind of healthy. And this just made my day.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I love all of you who love pumpkin spice, but for me, I wait all year for peppermint mocha to come back. I skip right over the pumpkin spice and go right to peppermint mocha. And I saw it on the shelf and I was so happy. I look, Buddy the Elf. I'm not sure what he has to do with peppermint mocha, but I mean, other than Christmas, but he doesn't talk about peppermint mocha. Well, he does talk about candy.
Mm-hmm. And candy canes.
And candy canes. Okay, never mind. See, you know that movie better than you act like you do.
Well, the candy canes are all the thing.
I know it, but that's literally one of his lines. Is the things that they eat at the North Pole, and one of them he says is candy cane.
Okay.
Syrup, candy cane. Anyway, got me some more kale. The spinach is for a recipe, and also I put it with the quinoa bowls. I don't remember what the recipe is, but you'll see it in the meal plan. Hey, just a little reminder, vote for what you would like for us to do for the recipe of the week. And don't be surprised if I'm off like when I say it, because in the last one I may have said to that you could pick spatchcock chicken, but that was actually picked the week before. I just didn't know when I recorded it. So there you go. So far I think it's between Rotel chicken spaghetti and Mexican beef rice and skillet for the next one. Our son needed some more Pop-Tarts. He had that box for three weeks, I think. So he's been running through the taquitos a little bit faster than normal, but and the goldfish crackers. He ran through both of those a little bit faster, but he doesn't eat out or anything. He's not going to college right now. I mean, outside of the house, he's doing it virtually, so he's literally eating all his meals at home. So
And I know you're all wondering, where are the Cheetos? Where are the Cheetos? Where are the Cheetos? But remember, we bought for 2 weeks last week. There was 2 bags in last week's haul, so I still have a bag of Cheetos for this week. So there you go.
Yep. And he said he said he didn't need Oreos, so. All right, so coming up next is our meal plan. Don't forget to vote. Today I wanted to show you 2 ways that I use quinoa. First, you're going to rinse your quinoa. Package instructions say 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of broth or water, but that is a little too much quinoa for me, since I'm the only one that eats it, so I decreased that by half. So I put broth in the pot, I boiled it, I added half a cup of quinoa, so that was 1 cup broth, half cup quinoa, and you bring it to a boil, and then you're reduced to a simmer, and you cover it and cook until the grain is kind of translucent. You can tell it has a different look when it's done. There you can see I checked it after 12 minutes like the instructions said, but I found it still to be watery, so I put the lid back on it and let it go for another 3 minutes and checked again. Okay, in this first recipe I'm going to be treating it kind of like a quinoa bowl. Some people may not heat their quinoa back up on the day that they're going to make a quinoa bowl, but I don't like that taste. I want it heated up, so this is how I do this. That is zucchini and carrots, and I always start with that in the skillet, and that was coconut oil that I added in the beginning. It's so hot here in Orlando that my coconut oil stays melted all the time. But anyway, I saute the carrots and zucchini down because I don't want it, hard pieces of carrot or anything in it. So that's what I do first. And in both these recipes, you're going to see me start out the same. Then after they're sauteed a little bit, softened a little bit, I add some quinoa. See, I don't measure anything. I could probably add more quinoa to my dishes, but I don't like to overdo it. That was sweet potatoes that I added. I roast sweet potatoes. I usually put those, it's the same as when I put it in kale salad, which you've seen me do before. I've added spices, garlic powder, turmeric, chili powder, paprika, any number of spices like that, and also ginger. I always add ginger to it. You're welcome to just play around with it. Find out what spices you really like in a dish like this. That's the ones that I really enjoy. Now give that a stir. And then in the opposite skillet, you have to excuse it. I don't normally have a camera set there, so I'm not normally so awkward when I open it. But anyway, I put it in the other skillet. And then after I put that egg in the skillet, then I'm going to put a lid on top of it, and that'll help get the whole egg cooked. I do like my yellow runny, but I do not like the white to be runny, so I go ahead and get it to cooking. And you just put your quinoa on the plate or in a bowl, and then your egg on top, and say I cooked it just a couple of seconds too long, so I didn't get that pretty drizzle that I was hoping I was going to get in this shot, but there you go. So that's the first way that I use quinoa in recipes. The second, we're going to be doing all the same steps, except that we do not have we're not going to put an egg on top. Instead, after we got all of it mixed together, just like in that first recipe, we're going to add 2 eggs to the other side of the skillet. This is kind of like fried rice, but not exactly, and the reason why is because I'm not adding any of the traditional Asian sauces to it that normally would be in a fried rice recipe. But and that's just a thing I don't normally do. I don't want to add any sodium and stuff to this dish, just because I'm trying to keep the sodium down. But if you wanted that, you could do that. But this is how I do it. You just scramble the eggs on the side. And then as soon as you get it scrambled, then you start mixing it in with the other, the quinoa and other veggies. And there's your finished product.
And that's all today for the Long Run with Joel and Christy. That's our grocery haul for the week from Walmart. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for updates from us. Comment below what you'd like to see, what meal you'd like to see from my meal plans, you'd like to see a video of, see us make. And I think that's going to do it for today, right?
Yep.
All right. So for the Long Run with Joel and Christy, I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And don't forget, it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace. See you next time.
Bye.